Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Hotel Architect. And we're using the TF talkies today, so transform me to your heart's content, everyone. Now, we need to get going with some things here. Our hotel is doing much better here in London. It's actually stable for a change, which is great.
The debts have been paid. I mean, most of them.
No, it's all been paid and taken care of finally.
Oh,
Well, actually, I guess
just
I do still have this loan, but
oh yeah.
I don't care about that one.
But isn't the goal of that hotel specifically is to fix everything and reimburse everything?
Actually, at this point, I could keep that loan forever. The
Oh,
goal was specifically to reduce the debt ratio to only 50% of my value, which I have gotten.
oh. So you could technically go to the next one?
No, I still have some other things to do.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that's the checklist on the left corner.
So you've got 4 main goals with each hotel, but then you also have a bunch of extra goals that you could complete.
Oh, and then you unlock more customization. That is neat. There is a service booth. This is the place where you could put Jet.
Oh, hello.
Hi,
Hello
Silver.
there,
I
Silver.
have arrived. When I say I have to do one thing and then I'll join call, it usually means I have to do upwards of like 3 things and then I'll join call because I forgot about the other two and remember them last minute. Ugh.
Oh, that's
Aw.
fair. Silver, here, have a chew toy.
Oh, how?
Oh, I had to take away 2 tails from Saber here, so there's a chew toy for you
Saber.
and one for Oki.
I mean,
Hey,
thank
Havoc.
you for the gift, but what did you do to get 2 tails removed, Saber?
Please take care of it.
I will.
Mistakes were made, and like uh,
What
wrong
mistakes?
opinions were said. Like I suggested wrongly that Kitsune were better than Martin.
Ooh, that is a cardinal sin in this channel. You know
Yeah,
that.
but I wasn't meaning on everything.
Then what did you mean? Just for starters, one of them is a mythical being, and the other one is a real ass animal. So like,
I was like the question asked was like I was just thinking like in my mind it was like Kitsune are better pets than Martins. I was not meaning
uh,
it like on
mm,
every single thing.
mm, I don't know, Master. Do we believe him?
Oh, absolutely
Yeah,
not, because he said nothing of the sort.
I
It's all lies. You're trying to deceive me just like you did in our first D&D campaign at the end.
it was not deceit. It was well, it was totally deceit. Yes,
It absolutely
but
100% was deceit.
but you walked in and you were a willing victim.
I mean, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's not too bad to fall victim to like a handsome, all powerful kitsune, but also, you know, it just goes into your history of lies and deceit.
But that dagger was really helpful, was it not?
I know. It's just for context, Master. On my first D&D campaign, I was a rat, and I immediately stole like this ancient dagger that I found on hidden in the wall of a crocodile daddy man that took us in his swamp. Um, so while our friends were busy upstairs with him, I snuck out at night and stole a dagger. And then that dagger ended up haunting me for the rest of the campaign, just whispering things into my mind and giving me all sorts of cryptic hints and stuff. It was awesome. Oh, speaking of campaigns, okay, so Master, if I want to have the companion's feat for Scar, it says that I would need to like make basically a new character, like make a new character sheet of
Yes.
sorts. Um, could I have your help one of these days to do that one, Uwu? Just because I don't want to get anything wrong. Your
No,
help
I
or
can.
anyone else's that you know that knows the Scar systems.
I can help with
Aw.
that. Yeah.
Yippee! Thank
Aw.
you. It's just, the first character, well, the only character we've created so far was like very much with the help of Master and the other people that were like, providing us where to look at in the book, how to
Mhm.
make the characters. So I might need that a little bit because I don't
But, there,
remember most of it.
but there's nothing wrong with asking for a bit of help.
I know, but Master has a very busy schedule, so I don't want to be like blah blah blah. Um, but yeah, other than that, unfortunately, I don't have enough points for both things. But the next thing that I want to get after that, I want to get toxic insights. I want to be able to really put the poison in my poison shadow traits build thing.
Oh, that seemed cool as hell.
I was also wondering if I could get a bit of crafting to craft more knives because I want to have all the knives I can. I want to pretty much become the silent from this game, from Slay the Spire. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you
I was
playing a
about to
sneaky
say
link?
this is not that game.
But I could like I know that we need to find alternate solutions to our issues, but I would imagine that most poisons could come in handy to like incapacitate someone while we run away. Or we can I would imagine most poison is flammable, and we've seen that I can be very creative with fire. So, that can also work.
You're just looking for excuse to stab more people, aren't you?
Yes! I want to stab people. But I wanna stab people, but I cannot because, that is a surefire way to get killed immediately as a kobold.
But if you hit and run, and if you're quick enough, maybe you can escape a gruesome fate.
Exactly. That's what
Okay.
I mean.
As I've said before, it is not that you will immediately die if you. I want it clarified. You can fight.
I mean, I know, but it's not. It's ill-advised. It's not the best idea for a tiny kobold. So having poison knives would mean stabs you, incapacitates you, and then runs the fuck away. But unfortunately, I am running out of knives, so I also need to think of a way to get more knives. And I think the best way to do that is through crafting, right? Or I could see if Vasia could craft some for me, but that's a different type of
I mean,
crafting,
you are
if
welcome
I
to
understand
go.
it correctly.
You're welcome to go for crafting. Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
And yes, you can
Yeah,
make
well,
more
I need
knives.
to get way more points beforehand.
But what happened to your
Yippee!
what happens to your other knives? Did you lose them?
I lost one of them when I accidentally set Oki on fire because I threw my lamp onto the air, and then I threw a knife to that lamp as it was on the air, and so the knife pretty much shattered when I did that.
Mm.
So that's one knife down. I only have one more knife left, and I have one like carving knife, but that's not a knife.
Mm.
So yeah. I need to figure out how to get more knives.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna end up stabbing people with like pointy branches, and that's not gonna
Exactly.
be as effective.
that's not the that's not too optimal. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you're fighting, I guess, a thing that I can kill you quickly.
Exactly. Finally, my coffee of the day, nectar of the gods. I need you.
Is it the first of the
Yeah.
day?
At first and only, I only have one coffee throughout the day, and I make it last for a while. I try to make small sips of it. I'm saving the other half for when loyal scales starts.
Mm. So it starts as a regular coffee and it ends up as iced coffee.
Oh yeah, it's always iced coffee. Especially with this heat, I always make it like I put a shit ton of ice on it. Um,
Oh, it's cold
I
from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like hot coffee that much, but I will have it, during the colder months because it's comfy. Um, but yeah, right
I
now I
mean,
just really needed it.
oh, is the little emo EP?
Not necessarily eepy. I am very thirsty, and also I've been busy pretty much all morning just doing chores and things. So
Oh,
finally being able to sit down, relax, and have my coffee and draw, the stuff that I draw. Heavenly.
yeah, yeah, that's
Yes,
important to
the
say.
stuffy that he draws.
Hmm.
All
Extremely
of
holy
the
stuff that the whole family can enjoy.
exactly,
Um,
just regular, beautiful art from the heavens.
yeah. I channel the power of I don't know, Virgin Mary through my hands. Yeah, sure. Let's go for that one.
You see, you see the heavens blessed you with the talent that you're putting to good use.
That I am using to spit on the face of heaven. Oh my god. I am so going to hell.
No.
But yeah,
But yeah, it's very much important for you to stay hydrated in order to keep spinning.
yeah. Speaking of yesterday, I went to my bestie's house. He went to another city here that's like the furry central of Mexico. Well, another state even.
Furry
It's
Central?
it's like where all the furries move to here in Mexico. It's called Guadalajara. It's a city, um, but it's like way way far away from where I live. So he went there to visit some of our furry friends for a little while, and then he came back, and I went to see him yesterday, and I showed him hundreds of beavers. It was awesome. He really liked it. He's big into cartoon furries, so like he's like a toon fur. So he was just all in for the cartoony shenanigans that happened there. More blood
Well,
for the
very
blood
nice.
gods, more people for the cult. Yes.
Another one joined the group.
Yeah. and we watched it while being maybe a little high, and that was a whole nother experience. It was crazy.
Oh,
Excuse me, what?
Eee, you got a little high. It was okay.
My innocent, precious Silver was doing drugs?
I do weed very occasionally. It's not like, I'm like super into just high all day, but I do it like, let's say, twice a month or so. It's pretty nice. It's relaxing.
yeah, and I think it has already been proven that Silver is a massive sinner. Oh,
Yeah, one more to the jar is not gonna do much. And also, yeah, it is like amongst drugs is like the least bad of them all. We get it from a good source that is actually created over here in my city as an association that allows people to carry a certain amount of weed in their person legally, completely legally, which is pretty cool. Like it's like
mm,
a midway state to legalizing weed over here. It is pretty cool. They
mm.
have a story and everything. So
Yeah,
yippee!
that seems kind of smart.
In the road to progress. It's really funny.
Sigh.
When
Pet, pet, pet.
it's not too much, master. I do like one hit, and that's enough for a while because I'm a lightweight. So don't worry,
Kinda.
my health is pretty good. But of course, after you do weed, you need to hydrate. So yeah.
Exactly. You have to stay hydrated. And that also applies to you all floofs in the chat.
Oh
You
yeah,
better
please
stay hydrated.
hydrate. Especially with this heat, did you see that the whole El Nino thing, the heat wave that's coming, that's gonna like kill us all or something?
I'm burning. Don't
Yeah, we're gonna
don't
be
say that.
burning.
I'm already melting. I'm like the stage right before puddles.
I will be right back.
Okie doke. Poor Saber, no. We need to put you in a tub of ice.
Yes, yes, please, please, I need that. It's like over there right now on my chair. I
Huh?
think I have partially merged with the fabric.
Oh, no. You are actively melting.
I
You
am,
become goop.
yeah, yeah, soon I will be nothing but a great puddle of floofy foxy.
Then hopefully it will not hit France too bad because I know that it's only gonna hit like the most middlemost of planet Earth. It's like a ring around planet Earth. So
Uh,
hopefully it will not be that bad, but I don't know.
yeah, let's hope so.
Let's hope so for real. Over here we're also melting right now, but it's okay because I
Uh,
have my iced coffee.
yeah, and I hope that you draw the curtain.
Oh, and I need to keep it open because now I have plants. I just got plants. Okay, and I finally, after years, well, literally like a year of saying that we wanted to get plants, we finally got them. I got a telephone plant, I think they're called in English. I got uh, we call them
And I know, right, Gabe Gab?
mother-in-law. What? Silver's like Mexican Wernie? Come on. I mean, maybe, but yeah. But yeah, we got a what do you call that plant in English? We call it mother-in-law's tongue in Spanish, as like because it's kind of spiky. Um,
Mm.
lengua de suegra in English. The snake plant. Yeah, we got a snake
Oh.
plant. It's pretty cool. That one just survives the utmost. Apparently, just it's just the default interior plant for people that don't know. how to do plants. We're starters, so we wanted to start with one that's very easy to take care of, and that one it's like watering once a week, and then it can thrive, and barely needs any light. So yippee! But
Oh,
the telephone plant, on the other hand, that one needs a lot of light. So now I always have my window drawn next to me. We also bought a basil and a spearmint and a rosemary. So we are
oh,
finally starting to become those that gay couple, the one that has all the plants.
you're gonna turn your whole house into a garden.
I mean, maybe not to that degree because then I would be afraid of bugs, but I definitely want to, fill it with as many plants as I can, as I
Are you
feasibly can take care of.
are you like watering them with like a big jar like a house spruce?
I want to get one, but we haven't found one yet. We need to go looking for them. For now, I'm just filling a cup of water and giving it to them. So far, they've been thriving, so I
Are
want to
you
hope that they will continue to do so.
are you talking to them? It's important to talk to your plant.
I mean, they hear me talk all day. Do you think that counts? Like, I don't need to. I don't need to talk directly to them, just as long as they hear noise around, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I think they would love a little compliment. A
You
little
pretty
prayer.
motherfucker. You pretty big shoe. I'm looking at it.
Okay. Wow. By the way,
And
Silver, go let Oki know that he's got a new chew toy.
Oh
no,
yay! I think he might be on a work call right now, so I can just message him.
please
Um,
tell him to be careful with it.
Honey, you got a new shoe toy in the form of one of Saber's tails.
Oh
I
no.
wonder how long it'll be till he loses all of them.
Nope, nope. I'm not losing anymore.
Good.
Uh, I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna be
Yeah, I
safe.
haven't heard that before. Looks at Silver.
Hey, but you finally found a way to make me behave. Now that I know that you will punish Oki if I misbehave, who is right now standing right behind me with a threatening aura, by the way. Hi, hon.
Hi.
Mwah.
Aww. Hi, Hoki.
How do you feel about your new chew toy?
I mean, I was already going to chew on them, but what did he do to deserve having one cut off?
He said that Kitsune were better than Martens as a pet.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Oh,
Major fuck
no.
up.
Hold up, hold up. He is putting in this whole pet thing himself now after he's
Oh.
already gotten in trouble.
He only mentioned the pet thing after he got in trouble. So he was just
It's
saying that Kitsune were better than Martens overall.
He
no,
was
Major
indeed.
fuck up.
it's not what I meant. It's a misunderstanding.
But it's what you said.
Honey! You're
I'm
not a goat.
sorry.
Oh, he's licking my hair for some reason.
Pet Oki for me.
Pet, pet, pet,
Aww.
pet from Master.
Pet, 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 the Oki.
Do 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 do. He returns to his
Hi.
cave.
Hi, hi, Tal.
Heyo.
Oh, hey, Tal.
Oh,
Oki was also telling me that in yesterday's session, you guys started like pretty much carrying him everywhere.
Yeah, we didn't want him to lick lead off the walls.
Because apparently he's like starting to enjoy lead a little too much.
Yes.
Rocket is a mystery of a creature. I told him, like, we were talking about how at some point he would fully embrace his gremlin self, and I think he finally reached that point with Sprocket.
the
At least he's an
gremlin,
adorable gremlin.
Yeah,
the
he is.
gremlin energy is unleashing.
Yeah, exactly.
It has always been there. It was buried deep. Like,
It was
some.
just evolving, waiting to come
Yeah,
out.
exactly. All it needed was a catalyst. And the catalyst happened in the form of Sprocket.
Yes.
And now the Gremlin energy is just gonna surge and surge until everything on its path is nothing but chaos.
Until he has engulfed all of the lead paint on the walls.
You can be a gremlin so long as you actually bring something to the group.
Of course.
That is the
Now, you
key
see that-
point that many players miss.
I was about to say, you'd be surprised about how many gremlins we've had that don't actually bring anything to the group besides being a gremlin.
I got us a dog, so I think I've been a pretty good gremlin.
A dog that you set on fire, you mean?
But it's still an addition to the group, an addition to the team. Well, so I need to fucking. I was gonna recap. I was gonna recap the combat stuff for Scar because I would imagine that right now we are in combat territory.
That's why you need more knives.
Yeah, exactly. All the more reason to need knives. It's just I haven't really been in any real fight so far. The whole ghost thing was more of an event than a fight. So I need to recap how that works.
I could always help by throwing enemies at you and just beating the shit out of your character over and over.
But I'm a squishy kobold. I cannot do much on my own. We were just
Complains
talking
he
about
doesn't
how
know how to fight. Refuses the opportunity to get combat training.
Yeah, I was going to say there, Silver. If you actually want want to learn combat, Tao's a great source.
But like, you mean like making up a scenario outside of the campaign?
Yeah, I mean, giving you enemies to fight.
Oh no, that would be awesome. No, yeah. That I would be totally down for.
Trust me, I have no idea what's even going on in that campaign, so.
Okay, excellent. Then yeah, I would very much be down because I already forgot most of what I first read about combat. I read the whole thing at one point.
Alright, send
Way
me your
before we
sheet.
started, but yeah. Here.
It's okay, repetition is key.
Repetition and the Dark Souls energy of getting beaten up constantly until you realize what
Until
you're
you
doing
get
wrong.
it right, yeah. Do you want full editor things or only as a viewer? For my sheet.
Editor, if you want me to help you with changing things. A viewer, if you just want me to look at it.
I'm gonna send you the editor just in case that I might need some help with some stuff. I was just telling Master that I would like to get. I'm about to get the companionship, the companion feat, because I want our doggo. I want to be actually be able to bring our doggo with us, but that also means I need to kind of create a new character sheet for him, and I'm gonna need some help with that because I also don't remember a lot of how to do that. I am of course
I can
gonna
also show you a trick for how to have a character sheet inside a character sheet.
Oh, please. We can totally have like, well, if you're down, of course, we could have a call one of these days outside of stream. So you
No, I
can
mean,
have a
I could
meetup?
show you in
mean-
about 10 seconds.
Ah, okay.
I'm
excellent.
also okay with you guys just going over this here on voice.
Okay.
Alright.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm just sitting here vibing on my game here, so go for it.
Excellent. Tall message.
And I'm sure your discussion can benefit people in the chat.
Yeah, maybe pay attention to whatever
That too.
talent master tell us about Scar. It's important. And think of devious ways to get the kobolds into trouble. I'm sure we'll appreciate it, or at least some of us will. while others try to scramble their head to get us out of trouble.
I mean, kobolds are made for trouble.
Kobold, trouble, it rhymes.
Exactly.
Well, on the plus side, I don't have to help you with spending XP. We already know exactly where it's going.
Yep, because like pretty much all the XP that I have is going to that companions thing right now.
Yeah, you have 39, and that takes 35, so...
Yep.
Alright. So, taking a peek at all of your stuff.
On my stiff. Yes,
All right.
screwed.
So, I'm going to show you how to do something cool here. I'm just going to bump
Okay,
up on a Discord stream for you.
Give me just a moment here. I'm juggling too many things at once. Here. Okay. I am watching.
Also, have fun looking at all my character sheets up top.
Oh, Jesus! Are all of those only yours? Or is that like different people's?
Yeah, there's also a couple others I don't have open right now, but I'm going to show you how to do this on the bottom. See how Shade has all these different character sheets inside of it that all have different things? I'm going to show you how to do this.
Okay.
So what you do is, are you going to want to track everything separately, or are you going to want to track it, are you going to want to keep things like items combined?
Ooh, I would say everything separately because that way we can have like Oki carry some stuff and while I carry some different stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm down here. You see on the tabs, right here. I'm going to shift so that way shift click so that way all the tabs are selected.
Yep.
And I'm going to right click and I'm going to click duplicate. So now you have all of these copies. All of these copies get moved to the end slowly.
All the way to
because
the
this is
end.
how Google Sheets works.
Yes.
No, didn't want to.
And sometimes it just refuses to work because that's how Google do.
That's how Google Sheets works. Yep.
Have you tried making a blood offering to it?
Maybe you can help with that. We have
So,
our
you
esoteric
might-
Kitsune here.
You might realize that oh hey, there's a lot of things that
Yeah, they're all
are
the
down
copies.
here now, and now it's hard to figure out what exactly is going where. Not to worry. Down here, you can just rename this and go. And start renaming stuff.
Oh, Reno's something. Reno's XP, Reno's ability slots, Reno's specialties. Okay. Okay. That is much easier to keep track of, and then the same for what's gonna be Oki's.
Yep.
Also, I've also never had a companion in D&D. Does this mean that I also will like act on his turn during a scenario?
He acts on your turn, but yes.
And the storyteller tells what he does?
No, you
I
can
cannot
decide
give
what he
him
does.
points? Ah, okay.
Or you
So-
can hand it over to the storyteller, but mostly you do.
That is something that is mostly up to you. You can decide, you can play the character, or you can have the storyteller play it.
Oh, I do like a bit of unexpectance to that. So maybe I will hand controller over to you, Master, because that will be kind of fun to have Oki just kind of behave in unexpected ways.
That is peak Oki behavior.
Exactly.
Expect the unexpected.
If you're okay with
Alright.
that, of course, guys.
I'm alright with that.
By the way, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Nice. I agree.
Fully agree.
Anyways, if you look at the bottom,
agrees.
what I did is I shifted all yours and I did right click, change color, and I set it to purple.
Okay.
So now all this has a purple underline. And then if
That
I
is
go
so
over
cool.
here, what color do you want to represent Oki?
Cyan blue.
Cyan blue.
Cyan.
Cyan, sorry.
Oh,
Cyan.
that is way too bright.
Yeah, maybe like a bit of a more muted one, like around the middle of the blues. There, probably.
You know what? Here, I can probably just do this.
There
And maybe
ish.
more like that?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. So now, on the bottom, it'll all be color-coded like this. So then we can start renaming all this stuff.
To Oki. That is so useful. And when it comes to
And
his ability,
renaming all this doesn't break anything, because when you rename something down here, it'll search for every like formula thing that has that sheet name and change it with it.
and of course, it's not like if I change something on Reno's, it's not gonna change something on Oki's now. They're completely different, separate. Okay.
Completely separate. Because we did a shift duplicate on everything all at once. So now, if we go over here to Oki EXP, for instance, and we click here, and then scroll down, see how that says Oki exclamation mark?
Oh,
That's it referencing Oki sheet now. So now everything that is right of Oki is referencing Oki.
the
And everything
sorcery
that
of
is
it
left
all.
of Oki is referencing Reno.
That is so cool. Now when it comes to the nitty gritty of it, I think I saw that like the not the expertise, the like he gets like half of my stats or something like that, right?
Yep. And that is going to be one of the next things that I showed you.
Yeah, I was reading a little bit earlier, but didn't really get
So-
too much into it.
On this right here, brand new companion will have 50% of your attributes with a minimum of 1
Attributes.
dot per attribute, even if you do not have attributes for them to have more. This is you right now, because technically half of 8 is 4. So they're going to have 5 regardless.
Mm-hmm.
They will get their own custom little starting layout. So they basically get less free stuff compared to an actual character.
Of course.
It will
that
also
makes
have 25% of your total XP and 50% of your attributes total.
sense. Also, that starts at the moment where I name him my companion. Like we need to have a
Yes.
story moment where he's gonna like become my companion and everything. Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do
The
here
bonding time.
is
bonding
something
time.
that'll help you out, which is
Okay.
right here. See how 6 and X, so X6 on Reno EXP equals Reno EXP X6 times 0.25
Oh,
and round. Now, if, let's say, you go up to something ridiculous like 1,000 XP.
uh-huh. Now
check
he's
over
gonna
here.
get 250. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so I could
That
I
is
could
so
set that up
cool.
for you. Of
That
course,
is
when
so
you buy
useful.
upgrades, what you're going to do is click here and change the multiplier here to be the correct multiplier. So if you upgrade him so he has half your XP, you change the 0.25 to a 0.5.
Or you can upgrade him to have half your XP. Ooh.
Yep,
I
if you
didn't
look
know
Yes,
at...
and with his particular variety, you can upgrade him again.
that. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, but then again, I don't want to go full pet. I just want him to be my pet because I own him. He's my husband. But you know.
Yep. So, important things, if we go through the companion creation stuff, he has a minimum of 1 in every attribute.
Which would be half of mine, so basically he's gonna just have 1 in every attribute.
He has 1 in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that did that. I'm going to fix that real quick. Where is theirs? Fix that. So what we do is he isn't going to have all the damage on him. At least if he does, you need to track that separately.
Of course.
And his max HP will equal your like your attribute count.
Okay,
So-
so it's only gonna be 5?
No, it'll be 3 more. So you put that in extra max HP. That's what that's there for, in case you have modifiers like that. Because if you look over at Reno's max
have
HP
8.
is 8. So
Okay,
Oki
so-
needs to go up to 8. So he just gets a little bit of max HP to compensate. Make sure it's the same as
I
your
see.
attribute count. Not if you buy any. If you buy any healthy upgrades, that is separate.
Okay. Also,
So-
when it comes to his expertise and skills,
Yep. So going through character creation, he will have 2 free expertise. So go ahead and pick out which 2 expertise you want him to have. Note that companions cannot have above 3 in an expertise.
yes, I did read that one. Let's say that
Obviously, these have
he-
to be 2 separate. The 3 was just so that way you were aware.
Yeah. Oh, that's wet. I want him to have instinct, of course, because animal. And maybe just instinct and forceful. Let's make him a himbo.
Of course, he cannot be anything but a himbo.
It's so
Alright, so
funny.
you-
Oki is so smart in real life, but when it comes to his character, he likes to go full himbo.
That's because, as himbos, Oki is pure of heart.
Alright. So with that, you will now get 2 skills that you get to put in each column.
Okay. Ooh.
Note that this is your sheet. You can change it by yourself.
Yeah, I'm going there right now. It's just I don't have two screens, so I cannot see both things at once. But let me see.
Yep.
Two on each, right? Except for custom skills, I would imagine.
Except for custom, basically sagacity is a natural skill, verbosity is a trained skill, and phonemics is a knowledge skill. That all represents a magical ability.
That's all Ido's territory. I think Ido, yeah.
Ido and Opal are both going into magic,
Mhm.
but that does not mean you can't.
I
It would also be
rather
very funny if you
avoid
had
it
a
for them.
magical dog, but yeah.
I think I would rather not stray into magic yet. I'm only now starting to somewhat understand magic in D&D, so yeah, again, I'm pretty much total newbie here.
Magical kobold sounds adorable.
We have 2 of those already. So he'll have 1 dot in. Let's say 1 in. Do I want him to be a tank of sorts? Integrity, maybe? And. Oh. I'm between Brawl and Perception.
Bro,
Brawl.
By the way, do you like that color or does it hurt your eyes?
I like it. I think it fits Oki pretty well. I love that you're going into the aesthetics of this tile. It's so good. It really helps my brain.
There's also a very good reason to do this. You'll know, based on the color of the screen you're looking at, whose character
Just
sheet you're on.
immediately know, yeah. And then trained skills. Let's say evasion and acrobatics. Let's make him nimble. Or clash. Nah, that's fine, that's fine. Knowledge. I want him to be dumb. Oh, sorry about that. I have to be right back real quick. I need to feed the plants precisely, so BRB.
the plant hungers.
Yeah, I had to add that as a quote. I am sorry, Oki.
Poor Oki. There is no.
No, you are a very cute puppo.
Pet, 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 pet the dog. Such a good dog.
And I really hope you get very good use out of that chew toy, Oki.
Be
It needs to
careful.
be ragged by the time he gets it back.
No. No, be careful of me pristine fur. Okay, don't soak my tails on slobber. It's fragile, and I need it. Without it, I can be as, like, tricky.
I'm back. My daughters are fed. Okay, so I was right knowledge. I guess I'll give him investigation and. Ugh. Like, what else can a dog know? You know, um,
Digging?
because it's not lore, medicine, science, of course not. Craft appraisal, maybe appraisal.
Appraisal you can also use to like upgrade the strengths of enemies.
Yeah, that maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go for appraisal, just because that feels more, animal-esque.
Yep.
Okay, that's 2 in each.
You also have 2 floating skills that you can put in.
Wherever I want.
Yep, so long as it's a unique skill. 2 floaters.
For the record, we do have all 3 modules enabled on this, Tau.
Yeah, companions don't actually get scaling starting dots based on modules.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, they get
And
1
I'm gonna give
extra
you.
skill dot per module.
Does it say that in the module thing? Because it doesn't say that in the starting companion stats thing.
I know it says it's somewhere.
Oh wait, no. It's a little bit further down. Okay.
Yeah, I could have
So I
sworn it
get
was in the
one.
companion section.
Yeah, I had the most unfortunate page positioning
Okay.
where I just had to scroll down a bit.
So I get one
All right,
extra
in that case, you
floater.
go 5.
Should I move it up at all, or is it good
No,
where it's
no.
at?
So I have my entire thing set up so that way it ignores print layout.
Oh, okay. I can't do anything
Yeah.
about that then.
Yeah. That. It was literally just unfortunate. In that case, you have 5 dots you get to add in.
Hell yeah. Of course, most of them are gonna be natural skills. I'm gonna give him a presence to be scary. I guess. Yeah, inside an initiative, why not? Others.
Should I give him marksman? Give the dog a gun.
Sure. Maybe he can breathe fire. I don't.
A
Somebody good for
marksman would
that.
be marksman would fall under a gun. Breathing fire would fall under send or emit, whichever one we've named it
Emit.
now.
Emit, yeah.
I don't think Oki breathes fire for real though. I don't think I've ever seen him breathe fire. So maybe would navigation be like naturally retracing his steps, naturally finding where to be, or survival?
That and
Oh,
survival.
survival. Oh, survival.
Survival for tracking, navigation for like going to a place.
Yeah, no, absolutely survival. Okay, there we go. That's all of them.
All
I
right.
think.
So you will also get. I think it's
Back
two feats, but I'm gonna double check.
I'm gonna start looking at the feeds because
Okay, that would also be on emit.
Wait, do you breathe fire, Han? Goes back to the stream. So many things to keep track of. My brain.
Maybe if you feed him jalapenos, he can spit fire.
He's like a Yoshi. He needs to eat something and then he can spit it out. Spit fire.
But yeah, you do get 2 feats for free.
Yippee! Okay. Oki wants marksman so he can pee on enemies accurately. That's awesome. Okay, so feats for the dragon. This is gonna take me a while because I need to read through the feats again.
Well, what do you want the companion to do?
I really don't know. I haven't thought about it that far.
All right. Do you want the companion to be better in a fight, or do you want it to be more of a like out of fight support thing?
Definitely out of fight support because I don't want anything bad to happen to my Bubba. So I am thinking precisely because he fed us that deer that he found. Maybe it can be a hunting kind of feat, something related to hunting. Because
He's hunting.
For starters, no armor, nothing like that. No weapon proficiencies, none of that.
He's hunting trouble.
Well, here's an important thing to ask then. What types do you want the doggo to be?
All right, Hun, you are in chat. You tell me. I think I leave that option to you. Okito in chat. Because I feel like, because we know that Oki is more of a
You said mystic. Do you mean mythic?
mystic / poison.
There is no mystic type.
No,
You mean mythic.
he
Okay.
clarified to mythic.
Mythic poison. Ooh. Yeah, because he likes to have his like enticing pheromones or something like that. Types bitey / gremlin.
That's interesting.
Okay, so he's gonna be. So when it comes to Oki type, he's gonna be. Ooh, where did I add the type again?
It was in it's in the ASI thing. I already swapped it over for you.
Oh, thank you. So that will be mythic +2, and then poison. Oh, I forget how to. Oh, there it is. Okay. I need to relearn how to read these charts again. I never played Pokemon.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I saw the ASI. I saw the little check marks. Yeah.
yeah. So if you look at the top right, there's a key.
Mm-hmm.
So just putting it back.
Yep. And then it auto does the type defenses. That is extremely useful.
Yep.
Okay.
I got very tired of doing that and then proceeded to make that.
Extremely useful. Okay, so
I actually have another thing that I just made that might help. Let me see. Can I just copy this over? It'd be kind of funny if I could just copy it over.
alien
Oh, I can.
thinking, rift search.
I think I can.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
it
like
didn't-
hit someone your own size. Maybe I do want him for combat.
So it's not perfect, but I did throw something that's kind of also useful. Into Oki and Reno's types.
Offensive type selector. Impromptu scar dev on the side of stream thing.
Well, yeah, that's a common thing here when I get them joining.
I mean, I'd say it's pretty useful.
You get a useful experimental thing that's not technically approved. Congratulations. The way you use it is you double click on the type up at top, and then you select what type. So if you want to check what mythic is good against.
Oh, so I go for mythic, and then it shows me. Oh, that's so cool. That helps a lot for somebody that doesn't know them off the top of their head. Because low-key, I haven't even... Oh.
I was just going to say, I've got my 4 upper crust bedrooms ready to go.
You are always catering to the upper crust in this game.
Unfortunately, they are the... Unfortunately, they're the most annoying.
Hold the line. Oh. This hamlet shall not.
Oh, hello there.
Gremwolf raided my stream with 23 viewers.
Heyo.
Thank you very much for that raid, Grem. Welcome in. Would you like a regular shout out or a random clip from your channel brought up? Hello, Alon. Alon Socks? Welcome in, everybody. I am Razim. We do all sorts of things here. Right now, we are playing some Hotel Architect. We started today off with Paralives, and we also have Reno and Dr. Grace in here, or Silver and Tal. They are working on a character sheet for Scar, which is our custom tabletop RPG system that we're developing here. We have a lot of stuff that we do, though. We've got a huge amount of tabletop RPGs. We've got Pokemon, Digimon, Star Wars, Fallout, a Kobold campaign we'll be doing here in a couple of hours. We have several different artists that come and join us throughout the week. So hit that follow button, come join us again. And for those already here, please share the love with Grem. And also for those that are new here, and if you like transformation, you know, we got a whole bunch of different forms you can transform me into. There's the list if you want to go take a look at it. And hello there, Heck, it's a Geck. Welcome in. Sure, we can. I think we can scrounge up some chocolate for you guys.
Oh, so you give chocolate to them, but not to us. I see. Double standards.
Well, have you been good enough to earn chocolate?
I think so. I hope so. Oh, I just realized that I am at the kangaroo pause. Yippee! Also, I'm still reading through the feats. There's so many. What can I make Oki do?
Well, that's why I asked about the types, because A good place to start is always their intrinsic types and what sort of feats are available for those.
I was seeing that hit someone your own size for Mythic could be useful. But that would be if I want to make him more like a tank sort of creature. But if he's gonna have my HP, like he has the equivalent HP of a tiny kobold, so I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I want him to be hit.
Also,
You
you
can
said that
always
you weren't
upgrade
planning
him.
on. You can always upgrade him. That is also true. And there is an important thing to remember, which is you just said that you didn't particularly want him to be in combat that much.
Hmm. I'm thinking maybe empathic touch, which could help heal us a little bit.
Yep. That's especially good during rests,
Yeah.
like short rests and the like, in order to, you know,
Yeah, especially when you need to recover from being beaten up by deer all campaign.
that's just a skill issue.
Shut up.
You, literally, only 2 of you got into a fight with deer, and you didn't even get hurt much.
That is true, but they also didn't manage to defeat the deer.
Look, that's not
And
even
now-
that bad. In a Warhammer Fantasy game I was in for a while, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition, the entire party except for me, which consisted of 7 players at the time, went down in the first combat to a group of normal wolves that had half our numbers.
Oh, that is kind of sad.
It literally happens. But yeah, empathic touch would be a pretty good
Yeah.
feat for generalized stuff.
I'm also seeing the poison ones. I know that for my character that is also poison, I want toxic insights eventually, because I want to be able to, coat my daggers with poison and throw them at a motherfucker. But I think for Oki, maybe just make him sort of a healer. Personal antidote also sounds kind of nice. Just overall healing for us.
Well, there is another thing to think of, which is you don't want him to be in a fight. So how are you going to keep him out of it?
Take a torch and be like, away, away. Wave it in front of him. I don't know.
Or you can give him movement speed increasers so that way he can play keep away.
Oh, is that like a combat feat?
No, it just works all the time.
Zoomies.
Zoomies. Just gives you plus 10 movement speed. You'd go from 30 movement speed to 40 movement speed.
Definitely that. But where do I find that one? Oh, Sumis. Here, I found it. Movement, athletics or acrobatics 1, which he does have. Increase your primary movement speed by 10 feet. Okay. So this is the part that I never get correct. So I want those 2 new feats. So I need to come to Oki in Oki feats, and then put the name on the little box to the left, right?
Yep. And then do a tiny little shorthand explanation of the effect in the effect column.
Okay, so it would be.
I'm gonna show you something.
Whenever you say that, I get like this, and I swear I do not mean this in a, my usual way. I get like this little like hee hee giggly like exciting feeling. And empathic touch.
Is that, as we discussed yesterday, your naked girl laugh?
Maybe. Increases movement speed by 10.
Remember, just do a little shorthand explanation.
Yeah.
So I'm about to show you something.
Wait. What was it? Movement speed by 10 feet. Okay. And then empathic touch. I'm sorry, I'm really slow, and also having my brain divided between talking and doing this, it's like, oh.
Silver. It's
Yeah,
okay. We're not in a rush.
I kind of am because now that we started this, I want to get this ready before the session.
It's okay. Take it easy. Take a sip of your coffee and go right into it.
I already put my coffee away though. I needed to save the rest for the session.
Hmm.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Give me a second.
Just a little
Pull
shorthand explanation.
healing for self or allies. There we go. Okay, so after this,
All right. So I went ahead and cut it down even more because I'm going to show you something. Watch my screen.
give me a second. I am watching. No,
All right.
I
so
am
you see,
watching now.
so you see how this is zoomies right here. This thing.
Yes.
So we're going to go over here, and here is the full explanation of the feed. I'm
Yes.
going to copy it,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to go back over here, and then I'm going to insert a note after right-clicking on the box.
Ooh,
And then I'm just going to paste the whole thing in there. And when I hover my mouse over it, it says everything. So if I go
that
back
is
here
extremely useful.
and I find empathic touch,
I'll do it myself.
all
I'm gonna
right,
try. So I go here, and then insert note, and then here.
and
There.
paste everything.
Yes, it works.
And because there's an important note, you can also copy the note section of it. And also, that is not the full explanation of empathic touch. You can copy the entire explanation.
All right, because there's like the full explanations further down. Yeah, let me find it. Empathic touch. He's gonna touch you empathically. Here it is. Ba-dum. There we go. Wait, no,
Once you paste it in, make sure to
I don't know what I. Oh, I got the completely wrong thing. Wait.
yeah, you copied the wrong thing.
Yeah. You receive a pull. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, okay.
So
That's an even
copy
more
the
in-depth
entire
explanation.
thing, basically.
There we go.
And then, yep. All right. So you can also, in order to do a new line in a lot of things on sheets, I don't know if it does that for notes. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in notes you can do it normally, but if you want to do a new line inside of things of Google Sheets, you do Alt Enter. So
Okay.
if, let's
Enter.
say, in the items, if you want to do notes,
Uh-huh.
line 1, and I do Alt Enter, line 2, stays like that.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
That's how you do that, just so you know. But yeah, so now, when you need to double check exactly what empathic touch does, you can just hover over the effect, the shorthand, and on the right is the entire thing. And you can expand out the box to look at all of it at once if you want.
That is extremely useful. I think I'm gonna do that for all of Reno's feats as well, because there might be like a few things here and there that I might miss.
Yeah, this is why the effect box is so small. And doesn't have room for a lot of things, because you're just supposed to put a little shorthand and then write a note for yourself using Google Sheets.
That is extremely useful.
Yep. This is also how you're able to keep detailed notes of what exactly a specialty does, in case it's not clear, or like there's a ruling that the storyteller makes to clarify exactly when that procs. You can write yourself a note on the specialty.
I also wanted to see. Okay, so we are doing all of that for Oki, but I still haven't given Reno the blah, 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 the companion feat. So I need to do that real quick. Companion. Oh wait, I saw that primeval companions. I need presence 2 as a prerequisite. Oh no, I don't have any. Hehe, whoops.
I will
Maybe.
allow this for now, but you will need to pick that up.
Yeah. Give me a second. It's just. Do I have enough for another dot? I don't think so, right?
No, you don't. You
Oh,
have 4
fuck.
XP. You need 10. So you need 6 more XP.
Okay, thank you, Master. So my next XP my next dot is going to go to presence regardless.
Yep, has to.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So it will be primeval companions. I imagine I would also add that onto Renus feats. Primeval companions. And then this feat grants you access to the companion's primeval feature. Companion. And then make a note. Ta-da.
By the way, this is why I kept on the Grayson talkie in particular. It's because I was hoping that Gimmon would come in when I'm not talking and not know which one it was. And it worked.
Awesome. God. There's so many things
Yes,
to
what
do.
can I do for you?
I mean, you know. Also, I wanted to check. This is where I always get confused. So let's say I just bought the reliable companions thing. I also need to add it to my EXP purchases in the EXP tab. That's where I
Yep.
always get confused. So I come here and add primeval companion. And then the initial cost would be this feed costs 35 EXP. So
Yep.
35. Oh. 35. And that's it. I don't need to add any discount because I don't have a
Nope.
discount for anything. Okay.
Because you don't have any discount.
Okay. And while we're here, I also wanted to check merit purchases because we have 10 merits now, I think.
Yep.
Which allows me to buy something.
You could buy 1 dot in something, or you could hold off and wait until you can get to 2 dots in something. That you already have a point of.
Would I need 20 to have another?
Yeah, because it's 10 times the dot you're going to. So if, for
Okay.
instance, you were
Mhm.
raising up your
Teamwork.
or your cunning, your teamwork, yeah. So if you're raising up your teamwork, what it would take is 20 more merits, because the
Okay.
cost of going from 1 to 2 is 20.
That makes sense. Okay.
And then the cost of going from 2 to 3 is 30, bringing you to a combined 60 merits spent so far.
Oh,
Yeah, so it gets expensive.
it gets very expensive, more
So,
expensive
you know,
than I
role
thought.
play and have character moments if you want to have good expertise.
I know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on that then. So yeah, it updated that I only have 4 more EXP available. I have 10 merits. Okay, perfect. Okay,
Yep, so that's you handled. We
yes,
still
going
gotta
back to
figure out
Oki.
things for Oki.
Yes, going back to Oki, please. So
So you do have
finished
2 feats, but you do
getting
need
the
to
feats.
put down the feat purchases.
Right. Hi. Something. So that would be Sumi's an empathic touch. Empathic. And then I just put down the
25,
cost of it.
25 in each.
25, 25. Okay.
Pat
And
the
then-
fox.
Thank you.
And then when it comes to his abilities, do I need to make a simple claw attack? Kind of
You're
like
not done yet.
what we know. Oh,
You haven't discounted his free feats.
oh, because these are free, right? Ha ha. There we go. So I still have 55 to spend in whatever.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. What else can I do?
So now you're going to start by doing the starter move.
What? What do you mean the starter move?
The 4-power starter move he gets. The same
Oh,
kind of starter
the
move that
basic
you
attack.
got.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, your
I
starter move.
guess I'm just gonna copy Reno's, which is also a claw attack, power 4. Yeah.
Well, no, it's Oki. It should be a bite.
Oh, you're right. Bite. Category: physical. Type: poison. Ooh, what type would it be? Would it be, if it's a bite? Would it be
Well, it starts
basic?
as a basic thing, and then if you want to retool it, you ask Zim.
Yeah, just basic. Oh,
But you get to choose a basic subtype for it. So you could have it be basic piercing, or slashing, or bludgeoning.
I imagine it's gonna be piercing since it's a bite. So.
Alright. So I'm going to show you another trick right now, which is going to be rendered completely obsolete very soon, but for now. For now.
Okay.
So you see how I'm in Oki type thing, right?
Yes.
Oki type sheet? I'm going to go, oh, this is a piercing move. Copy. Oki abilities. Type. Paste.
Oh. But you know, the idea is to change that to make it something better at some point.
Yeah,
So.
and then, so if you end up making it poisoned, what you do is you go copy poison, and then you hit paste.
And that's it. It just stays like that. That doesn't mess with anything else.
Nope. Because you're just
Cool.
copying the formatting.
That is pretty sick. I do want to make at some point make his attacks poison if possible.
Yep. So I'm gonna put that back to piercing because it is piercing right now. The skill is gonna be brawl.
Mhm. Ability. Brawl. It's gonna be standard. Power 4. Accuracy.
Yep.
The accuracy stays the same, 0.
Yep. Unless you want to put some XP in there, you can afford to buy 1 accuracy if you want.
I don't think I want that.
All right. In that case, note down your purchase.
Give me a second. Because I do need to add the accuracy roll and power roll. No?
Yeah, but that'll happen when you're done with everything.
Okay, I need to take this a little slower and remember how it was. So it was a purchase of 20 and then
Yep.
4 power.
Yep.
Right.
Do you want to upgrade this move in any way? Whether it be additional power, some other effect you might want.
Can I add poison to it? Or not yet?
No.
No.
There's no way in hell you're adding poison to this. Remember that poison is a long-term condition that can and will kill people with just a scratch.
Okay. So it's
Well,
not just
there is a
it makes
difference
a poison
between-
dragon.
So there is a difference between blight, the condition, and poison, the status effect.
Right.
Hello
course.
there, Spunky Rack. Yes, we do have a synth in call with us right now. You can actually also TF me into a synth. Do exclamation point potion, and you can see what route to go through with the potions for that.
He's a very cute synth. I mean,
Or Blue
very
Bat might be
handsome
demonstrating.
synth.
And
Also, the synth that I am right now is a part of a pair of twins who have different icons, as well as the neutral one when they intentionally pretend to be each other. So here's the one that I use for my half of the character, and then here's the one for the other half of the character.
But
They're
yeah, I wanted
adorable.
to say, Silver. So,
Mhm.
poison is not really something that you will be. First off, you cannot add poison to a move. That is a
Yeah.
special kind of narrative thing. If you're thinking, if you're wanting something like poison from Pokemon, what you're actually looking for would be blight.
And the blight would be, where do I find like how to apply blight?
On a move, that is going to be in Chapter 7. If you want to look at what all of the different
Condition
conditions
move
do,
trait.
that is Chapter 8.
Okay, so that would be. Oh, but adding blight only costs 15 XP, no? The purchase condition
Yeah, but
includes 10%.
that is 10% chance to get to
Yes.
roll to apply blight.
Ooh, that is so low.
Yes, because you're meant to buy additional percent chances. Conditions in this game are very strong.
Oh, so it would be like I purchased blight once, and then I purchase it again to increase it to 20%?
No. So if you look at the move trait explanation stuff and the move traits, what you're going to see is chance for condition. You would be buying that, considering that this is a damaging move. So that is 5 XP for a 10% chance increase. Note that if you get the proc, that just means that you get to roll it against their defenses. That does not mean it automatically applies.
Okay.
Hello
so
again, Irvas.
if it does
Irvis.
proc, you roll to see if it's gonna apply or not. It's like
Yes.
the proc is the pretty much giving you the privilege to roll.
Yes.
Oh,
That is the percent chance that that move trait will even proc. And the move trait simply allows you to roll.
that is crazy.
We have it
However-
that way because conditions are very strong.
Think fast, Sir Tal, because Ervaska is smooching you.
Aww.
Very
That is
that's
adorable.
He is very adorable. This is true. But yes, I'm just gonna put it to you this way: undisputedly, legitimately, undisputedly, the best build in this entire game, even counting the jank, is just a hardcore condition build that just conditions you to death.
Oh god. And
The-
those
one
are
of
like
the-
exploits that you guys that are like that understand the system 100% can just go for.
Well, there's counterplay. Basically, there is no this build auto wins in this system. I've made very sure of that with all of my combat testing that I've done. However, there are things that are undeniably meta and have very few counters. One of the there are counters and countermeasures you're able to do against condition builds, but just by themselves, they will win most matchups. One of the only
crazy.
matchups they don't win straight out is high crit builds, especially high crit fury builds. The reason why is that if you are hardlining a condition build, your direct defenses are going to be garbage. You are going to get hit a lot, you're going to get crit a lot, and those crits will hurt. Your goal, if you're doing a condition build, is to not let that happen. So a high crit fury build will literally just tear a condition build apart if it ever manages to get within range of it or in melee of it.
That is crazy. Okay.
Note, this is if you are hardlining the build
Yeah, but of course
instead
I'm
of being a
there's no way I'm
reasonable
doing that.
human being. This is if you're
There's no
trying to
way.
quote min-max it. Min-maxing in this system will leave gaping, glaring holes in your character that the moment someone can take advantage of that, you will crumple.
But of course, our storytellers would be so merciful and wouldn't allow anything like that to happen, right?
No, I'd shank you in the kidney, then twist it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, don't
Awesome.
even attempt that there,
Yeah, no, I'm
Silver.
there. I don't have the brain power to even get a decent build going. Can you imagine me min-maxing? Nah, that ain't it. um, so
To be fair, min-maxing in this game is far more of allocating your power budget in a very precarious but strong way.
well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if it's like, it just means that you're gonna leave a part of you extremely wide open for anything to exploit.
Yeah,
If
and then
the
it'll kick it right out from under you.
Yeah, and of course the storyteller will make sure that that happens. But okay, so going back to the whole poison blight situation, my initial idea before I even started thinking about all of this companion stuff is that I wanted to get toxic insights for Silver. I mean for Reno, because he's a poison shadow type. So would you rather instead of that I go
Oh,
for
hey, Rob.
being able to blight my weapons to have a chance for my attacks to apply blight?
Now, one of the only ways that you can actually get a hold of poison is with the whole poison inside thing.
Okay, toxic insights, yeah.
Toxic insights, yeah. That is one of the only ways in which you can actually get a hold of that mechanic as a player.
Mhm.
And if you read through it, please look at how limited it is.
Let me go back and give it another read, because as far as I understood, I can use a full action to coat my weapon in poison, and the other thing is I can like throw acid at melee range enemies.
Nope, incorrect.
No? Oh, then what is it? Toxic insights. Okay, so you can poison weapons, and to add extra damage, you can splash melee attackers with acid. Is that not what I just said?
Toxic insights.
Yeah. Using a full action, you are able to poison weapons, causing them to apply the poison condition on a hit. The poison lasts for a number of attacks equal to your secondary scale. This feat may be used a number of times per full rest equal to your primary scale. So I would have...
Yeah, so nowhere in there did it mention being able to just splash them with acid. First off,
it says so on the top. It says so right here. Toxic insights. You can poison weapons to add extra damage. You can splash melee attackers with acid. Verbatim. In page 41.
Did you not? Are you reading the full description, or are you
No.
reading the little one up top?
Yeah, in the full description, it doesn't say the thing with splashing melee attackers with acid, but it says so in the smaller description. So I'm just pointing
Yeah,
it
so
out.
in the brief description, if it says something, and the full description will always take precedence.
Yes, but I think you should probably just remove that last part from the tiny description, just for
Yeah, because
clarification.
that's more of like a flavor thing.
Yeah.
So, in terms of how it actually functions, you need to spend your entire turn doing setup, on which you will get to apply the poison condition on a weapon for, at your current character level, a singular hit. Or 2 hits, I think, maybe. Depending on your secondary skill.
A number of attacks equal to my secondary scale, which would be just 2. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had 1 or 2 for yours.
Yeah, so just
On
2
that-
hits. Ooh, that's kind of
On
limiting.
that,
Yeah.
it doesn't automatically go past. You still need to make the check to get it past their soul save. Of which, you aren't going to really have a application dice on a weapon attack that you've poisoned. So you would just be using your natural ability to apply things versus their soul save. Which means you have a pretty mediocre chance at actually applying it.
Then how do I bring out the poison part of my character into play?
That is for the poisoned condition, not for blight. Blight is a lot simpler and a lot more effective. The reason why I'm pointing this out is that the poison condition is heavily restricted. You need to jump through hoops to even attempt to get going.
Okay.
So for
Right.
Blight, that is a condition. What you do for conditions is you, for instance, would just make a move and dedicate XP towards it. And what you do, in order to make it good, you just put the condition on it, maybe some range if you want it to be a ranged application.
Mhm.
You don't have to. You could have it be a melee condition applier.
I would prefer for it to be ranged because I like to throw things.
All right. In that case, you would make a ranged condition applier. You would spend 30 XP to get the guaranteed chance for the condition to proc, which means the condition will proc. You would
And then
have
I
to
can
also
roll.
buy the Blight for an additional 15, bringing you up to 45 XP. At that point, you are rolling base. In order to get range on it, you're going to need at least short range, which is another 10 XP, bringing that to 55 XP. Then you're going to need to start dumping as much into things like the application dice trait, the cleanse DC or save SR razor trait, increasing the amount of dot dice that it rolls. You'd want to buy more of that. All of that sort of stuff is stuff that you have to buy, which
I
means that
am
very
never gonna be
likely-
able to get there. That sounds like
Now-
it's so far away.
Wait, you're interrupting me here.
Sorry.
You, right now, are a level 1 character. Upon getting 2 attribute points, your EXP cap will literally double. After that, it raises by another 30 for standards. This is not counting the fact that it doubles again if you move it towards full actions. So what I'm saying is,
I'm-
now, not too much. In
But
a
in the
couple of
future.
attributes, and if you save XP and build the character towards it, you would have an absolutely monstrous move.
Were you trying to say something, Saber?
I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna hop off now because it's getting late over here and I need to catch some sleep, especially if I wanna watch a bit of Lawyer of Skill later.
All
you
right.
gotta sleep, Foxo.
Rest well, boy.
Oh,
well.
thank you. Have a good night and days, everyone.
Nighty
And,
night.
and please take care of my fluffy tail.
I will make sure to watch it dutifully. And I'll try to have Oki not destroy that one, but yeah, I can't make any promises on there.
Please.
Night night.
Yo. Oh boy, thanks for the stream.
Okay, so
No.
I will have to like come back to either you Tal or you Master for this because it is a lot of information. Like I understand the basic gist of it, but I don't know the nitty gritty of it. But I do kind of want to build towards that in the future because I'm already comfortable with the shadow part, which is my shadow teleportation thing. I can take another person with me now through there. But now I want to start building more towards the poison after we are done with the companion, which is my current main thing.
Yeah. So, what I'm doing here, if you look at your sheet in Reno section in the Reno ability in the bottom right, I'm just gonna build out an example move for you.
Example condition move. So you need to buy 30 for
This
a
is also
guaranteed
assuming that
chance.
you're at attribute level 10 to 14, which will be
Well, a while.
not a while. That'll happen like pretty quickly, relatively
Oh,
speaking.
really? And then
Compared to
blade
getting
one.
to 15, getting to 10 is a lot easier starting at 8.
Okay.
Because 15 is when you get the next upgrade thing.
All right, yeah, because we're not that far from it.
Yeah. So
Application dice 8.
now that is 8 upgrade, and also note that this is a full action. So you'd spend your turn doing this.
Yeah, of course.
But full actions are what you want to do if you're doing conditions.
So
let's
it
go ahead and
is.
make this medium range.
So it is not a because okay. So I come from very standard RPG knowledge. It is not a. I apply this effect on my weapon and it lasts for a certain amount of turns while I attack. It is I am doing a specific poison condition attack that is going to just apply it there at that point to the enemy.
Attempt to apply it, yes.
Attempt to apply, yes.
That is, in fact, what you're doing. You can mix and match. It just is horrendously expensive.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're gambling and then gambling again. So the chances aren't great. However, if you manage to, on a mixed, like, hybrid move, get your condition to proc, that has just turned into, like, a jackpot efficiency term. So if you're doing that, that is gambling. You will go entire combats without it proccing and you being able to apply it. But if you do get it to go off, congratulations, enemy just kind of got fucked.
Yeah, but just considering the type of campaign it is, I think this is a more viable choice. Just being able to do it more often, even if it's not just the behemoth of a move.
Yeah.
More consistently, I guess.
I'm just gonna make this under the assumption that you are how to put it, that you are going to invest under the assumption that you're going to get to use this. So, you know, getting your soul up with at least one of your upgrades, you know, getting your skills together, that sort of stuff. Because, you gotta remember, all of this sort of stuff uses your social stats. So deception, etiquette, persuasion, or presence.
Yeah.
So you'll need a social stat, of which you have 1 dot in all 4. So obviously you're planning on having some social stats.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to assume that by then you'll get at least 1 of these up to 3. Is that a pretty fair assessment?
Maybe. I'm hoping. It's just I still don't know specifically
Yeah,
where
so
I want to
I'm changing things on your sheet that I'm going to back out in a second, just to show you what this does.
So 3, etiquette 3.
Yeah, remember how before your application and save SRs were 4 and 2 for everything, right? Now look under your attack information in the soul category.
Yeah, there's 6, 8.
Look at etiquette.
8 and 4. Okay.
See how much better that is? So I'm gonna back out and make sure to undo all that, and it is successfully undone.
Yes.
So note how those little movements literally doubled this. So we're gonna make this move on the bottom right, assuming that you're at 8 and 4 there.
Okay.
So the power roll here would be 16. Or the application roll, that is. Which is basically the power roll for condition moves.
So in
Damage
the
would still only be a 4.
when if everything goes according to plan, it's not like it's gonna take damage in that turn because it's an application roll instead of a power roll, or do they take?
They take damage at the
damage.
start of their turn with this.
Oh, okay.
So what this will be at that point is 4 save SR, 4 damage over time. Because your save SR and your damage over time at base are going to be the same. The future updated character sheet will have a spot for you to write down the dot on it. But for now, you can just make note of it on your own. So what that means is you will roll 16 dice to try and apply it to them. If successful, you'll give them Blight 1, of which they'll need to get at least 4 successes to remove a stage of it, and every single turn at the start of their turn, you will get to roll 4 dice of damage.
That sounds pretty sick.
Note that all damage you do with conditions like this bypass all integrities and deal damage directly.
So doesn't matter their armor, doesn't matter anything else.
Nope.
Directly to
Armor and
their health.
everything else completely does not matter for this.
GB.
This is whatever you roll, they lose. Do note, you will sometimes have it roll 0 3 turns in a row. Sometimes you'll roll all 10s and they'll get nuked for 10 damage immediately.
You know, that is the inevitability of the dice.
Yes. So just, you know, if you're chipping for most of the time that you use this sort of stuff, that is expected. Just remember that if you roll 3 damage, they're not reducing that. That's just 3 damage.
Mm-hmm. Great.
So you see how this sort of move is pretty good overall. What you can do is instead maybe take some of the range out of it and turn it back into short range. And maybe increase the save SR a little bit, or maybe you'll increase the damage over time, the innate damage over time, a part of the move with it, with the condition. Maybe you'll increase that a little bit instead of having the application dice or the range, because what that will mean is that maybe you'll have less of a chance to apply it, but when it does apply, it's more
gonna
potent.
fuck them up. Yeah.
So I think a good example of this would be Riv. Riv has glitch freeze over here. Glitch freeze has a horrendous save SR that you have to get past. But it doesn't deal damage. It just restrains you. And it gains an exhaustion. But please look at that save SR.
Like there's pretty much no way to get out of it.
Yep, so, but this is assuming that he applies it successfully. Because even if he uses the move and fails to apply it, he's still gaining 3 exhaustion for trying to use it.
Ugh. Okay, so there's the pros and cons.
Yeah, so this is a high-risk, high-reward move, where I, with this move, can fuck over a boss. Problem is that if I ever miss with it, I'm fucking over myself instead.
Yeah. And I have learned through tried and true methods that exhaustion is no joke. Exhaustion can fuck you up.
It really can. But yeah, you see how this example move in the bottom right? There's ways that you can change it around and grab other traits in order to make it do this or that.
Mm-hmm.
The entire purpose of this sort of stuff is that you always have control over where your power budget is going. You just need to buy the base effect here. And the base effect is expensive. But once you have it built, and if you keep it maintained, you will always have this move available at any point to use on anyone.
And would you... I would imagine that in total, like, let's say that one's around 40, 30, it's gonna be like around 90 to 100 EXP to like get the whole thing. Would you recommend...
I wrote down the EXP for you down here. 118.
Oh yeah, 118. So would you recommend like waiting until I have around that amount of XP, or start building it little by little as I get the XP?
Either way, you're gonna need to like bulk purchase multiple parts of this, like the guaranteed chance. I guess you can start out with the 5% chances, but let me put it to you this way. Until the move is actually built out and in a usable state, there isn't too much of a point to having it on your character sheet.
Yeah, those are points that can be going elsewhere. And then after every rest, we can like kind of respec our character, right?
Yep.
So
prefer that you RP some of the stuff.
Yeah. We've been told
you're
like there
respecting.
has to be a reason to. I'm gonna be visited by the poison fairy or something in my sleep.
But yes, you can respec at basically any point. The only thing you can't respec are stuff like your discount. So
Yeah,
you know, if you try respecking your starter feats, you know.
Yeah, because those
that
are
that discount
already
probably won't go with it unless the storyteller like says okay.
Mhm.
Because those are just kind of there. Those are free. You're not
Yeah, those are
paying.
kind of what I was born with.
Yep.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, that is the sort of stuff you do in order to make a condition move. So, if you want to have that sort of thing, that is a good way to go about it. There is another way to go about it. This one is more risk reward and is more volatile. Do you
Okay.
want to
Okay.
see the other way?
Just for the purposes of learning, yes.
All right. So you have horrible minds. So I'm just
Also,
gonna.
also just as long as Master, is this okay to be doing on stream? I just want to make sure.
Yes, you're
That you're all good?
fine.
Okay.
I'm just chilling with my game here, and you know, letting you guys
Okay.
work.
So that would be just another
This-
example.
As I double check a cost real quick before
I once
add
again
this up.
forgot that
hello
the
there,
side tab
Ninja.
exists. Oh my god. I always forget that the side tab exists and it's so useful.
Yeah, this is how I navigate this stuff so quickly.
Yeah.
What's up, Enja?
I'm helping someone build a sheet.
And I am learning, or at least trying to.
All right. So this is maximum risk, maximum reward. So
Okay.
what this is this is just going to be a dot move where you throw as much damage over time on it as possible. The accuracy is not that great, but let's go ahead and assume that you put some things together. You make sure to put up some nice points into your brawl. You pick up a specialty maybe.
Mm-hmm. Which I probably am not gonna do, just cause.
Yeah, but you can make
Yeah,
you can make a
don't-
weapon variant of this anyway, using a heavy weapon, which I don't think you know how to use. Do you know how to use heavy weapons?
No, I have a dagger.
Yep. All right. But this is assuming that you make this sort of thing, which you can make and use. There's another version you're able to use where instead you just do Fury, but yeah, I can show you how to make that too. You have the XP cap. So what this would do is, let's say you just get like 10 accuracy for it, which isn't that hard to do.
Mhm.
And you just make your power roll be, it'd be absolute garbage on the front. It'd be like 4 or 5. I'm gonna put down 5. But here's my little nomenclature for damage over time. You can just apply 12 damage over time if you ever hit with the damn thing.
Okay.
And considering that you have some damage over time already, I think you can realize how horrible that is to deal with.
Yeah, like that just sounds like disaster, especially for us that have very few HP. That would like kill us immediately.
Well, damage over time doesn't kill you immediately. It kills you every single turn that you have it.
But we have 8 health, so like, if this is applied directly, then it would like kill us immediately, no?
So next up is a Fury dot move, which I got a lot of use out of when playing Vayne because it is absolutely disgusting. Again, this is assuming that you make a build that can actually take advantage of it and do things like have stat changes that raise your accuracy and physical damage and all that.
Mhm.
However, but let's just say you do Fury, which is 15 XP, and you add 1 damage over time. This would max out your power cap completely right here. This
Already?
would be 4 power used, and on a light weapon at tier 2, which is, again, all these are assuming that you're a tier 2 character. That would be the entire power cap of the weapon. That would be it, right there. That's all you get. Now, what this will do is, you would have... Here, let me double check the weapon stat. So I'm trying to think about how much XP. I'm pretty sure. Here it is. Yeah, 30. Just wanted to make sure I had that right. Alright. So you'd have like 5 XP left over, so... Oh wait, no, this is the math page.
Scary math page.
Did you just say scary
Traits.
math page?
Yeah. I think that's a common sentiment to have.
Nah.
I don't know how to math very good.
Yeah, so this is like nothing very useful that you could have a part of this, so we'll just let the XP sit for now. Oop. So what this would do is your power roll would be let's just go ahead and keep it at like a 5 at that point. So it would have 5 power and 1 dot every time that you hit. However, if you take a multi-attack action, you would keep rolling your accuracy with -3 dice each time until you run out of accuracy.
Oh.
So, as a later stage character, like when you get to attribute 15, 20, you could start getting like 5, 6, 7 parts of that Fury attack, and every single time you hit, you're dealing accuracy, you're dealing evasion hit stun, you're dealing integrity hit stun, so long as the dice you have here actually roll some damage, and each time you hit, you apply 1 damage over time stacking. If you ever crit, you choose the 1.5 time dice, and that particular hit then does 2 damage over time. So if you do high crit and you stack your accuracy every single time, you might just crit every single time and blitz them with like 20 damage over time.
And you actually managed to use this
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
a campaign
yeah.
against bosses?
Yeah, so I use this to fuck up a boss.
Lightpaw is constantly complaining about how we keep destroying all of his enemies, all of his bosses and everything.
So this is a little bit out of date. However, look right here. See, he has 22 accuracy with that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
That is like...
he had 22 accuracy with it. He also had a move that would raise his damage by 2, and a different one which would raise his accuracy by 3 every time he used it.
Obscene!
So he used this twice. Would get +6 accuracy. Would use the damage increaser 3 times, getting +6 damage. At this point, he would then proceed to multi-attack all the goddamn way down and just hit the guy for obscene amounts of damage, because guaranteed damage happens on every single part of a Fury attack. And then, after flensing them with like 7 different hits that have guaranteed at start 6 damage, then proceeding to also stack double-digit dots on them.
Wow.
And that's what the character did. That was like his entire main strategy.
And was this one of Light Paw's bosses?
No, this is Digi.
Oh, okay.
Was the one running that game. Angeluma Reyes.
There in the
Yeah,
chat
technically
there.
speaking, I used that to fight an assassin and basically kind of half counter assassinate him.
The assassin that assassinated.
Then they, not us, got the divine intervention second wind. Because I had their ass, and then literal divine intervention resurrection. And I'm like, oh no, I can't do that multiple turns in a row.
Is divine intervention like one of the things that chat can do, or?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, actually, they were a worshiper of a god in game, and her god
they literally got
like
a.
it was literal divine intervention.
Wow.
Yep. But yeah, so this is like 3 different ways that you can deal a lot of damage over time in various ways down here.
I think I would still go for the first one, the one at the very right, just because it seems like the more feasible one for, small character that is not gonna be very, just very powerful overall. I think that Fury
I will
thing
remind
would
you that
be-
the one on the left only takes 25 XP. However, in order to use it, you need to put a lot more XP in stats and supporting stat change. moves.
And I am only now learning how to build these, so I would also need help to build those.
Yeah, but you see how I kind of was trying to point out that there's tons of ways that you can achieve what you want to achieve here. It's just that, each of them will also have their own counterplay that they aren't as good against.
But
Like, for instance, the Fury build on the left takes a lot of setup. You're going to be standing still for multiple turns doing setup. But once you have it, you can just start ripping through things. The middle one is very high risk, very high reward. If you hit this bitch, the enemy will notice. And they will notice very fast.
We have done a lot to make it as balanced as possible. Like, yeah, you're not always going to succeed. You're not always going to fail with every build. We've done a lot to make sure that there is a counter on as much as possible.
Yep. Even stuff that is high scaling, turn, like, you spend entire turns buffing, and then, you come in on round 4 or 5 of the fight. Just like, I have finished buffing, you can no longer stop
This
it.
is my final form.
I am now a raid boss. Yeah, you can do that, but just imagine what happens if, let's say, an opponent has a build that does a lot of front-loaded damage that just absolutely nukes you, and you need to do something to respond to it, otherwise they're just going to hit you again, and instead you're slowly trying to stand there just buffing.
But, like, wouldn't you have your team, like, making sure that you don't get nuked in the meantime?
Yes.
That's
but
the
that
whole
requires
point.
Teamwork. That is assuming that your team is in on your strategy and is going to help you
usually
with
they
it.
would be. Like, I like to think.
Presumably, yes. But this also implies that your team knows what your character is going to do during combat and does actual real-life teamwork in order to help them out. Because, for instance, if there is a character that is very slow but very tanky who starts the fight at the back of the encounter, you might want to help them do their thing by getting them to the front in some way, either by 1, moving behind them, or 2, using some sort of ability you have, like, maybe a drag or a knockback, depending on positioning, in order to yeet them or yoink them towards the front. Or, with your character, you have teleportation. What if, instead of doing your thing, you go, hey tank, get to the front so we can survive, you take a movement action next to them, and you teleport both yourself and the tank to the front lines.
Yep, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's the sort of stuff that you can do, but this requires that you do actual real-life teamwork. You aren't this isn't like an RPG where you can have auto synergy activate. You actually need to do things for your team.
Yeah, but like
You need to
I want to
talk to
think that we
them.
would Yeah, we would communicate that before the combat. Of course, we can never predict what the combat's gonna be, but we can like start planning strategies and stuff.
Yeah. So basically, whatever you do, there is an intrinsic benefit to talking with your team and planning things out. Because if you already know that one character is going to go full Unga Bungo, run into the middle of all the enemies and take all of the aggro, yeah, maybe you should invest in a couple buffs that you could use while they're doing that.
We have a Ren for that. Well, Azizo for that.
Well, yeah, I'm just more giving it as an example of
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you can think of what your team is going to do and build your character around taking advantage of what you already know other characters are going to want to do. So, if you want to stand in the corner buffing for a while, that's great. Just, make sure that your team knows that you're going to do that. If you're going to sit in the back lines, basically being a warm body in the fight that might take a stray shot, and they really don't want to get interrupted, make sure that they know to protect you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can even tell them in the moment, like, hey, protect me, I'm gonna be buffing.
Yeah, or if, for
For a while.
instance, you go for the high-risk, high-reward dot move, you obviously want to use that as early as possible, as physically possible, because otherwise, the opponents are going to start buffing their accuracy. Or buffing their accuracy, debuffing your accuracy, buffing their evasion, and you're just going to get torn apart. So just, don't let them do that.
Yeah.
And it's all based on the sort of build that you choose. Because another good example is the condition move. If you're doing conditions, part of the thing that you're going to be doing is eating through the opponent's action economy, or they will suffer the consequences of your conditions. You're there to exhaust the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You will not just deal a one-hit knockout punch. Especially considering that if you're doing conditions, the opponent can always, if they have the resources, second wind and get rid of all of your conditions at once.
Yeah.
While also using a vigor, a willpower, and a lot of exhaustion.
But, Master, will we have bosses in the campaign?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it gonna be more like puzzle bosses? Or both, I guess.
You'll have both.
Yeah. I think we're gonna die in the first one, but boy, that's why I'm here learning, because I want to avoid that from happening. Okay.
Speaking of teamwork, remember that combos exist during boss fights? What a lot of people will do early on into a boss fight is just kind of do their own thing to see if they can eke it by themselves. That normally doesn't turn out too well, but people are going to do it anyway. It's just kind of like the natural course for tabletop things. Just remember that you can do combo attacks, and they are intended for you in order to help take on bosses. If you aren't doing combo attacks, you better be doing synergistic actions. A good example of this is, let's say that this is a really good example. Let's say that you have a high accuracy Fury build on your team. On the other end, you also have someone that is doing a high crit build, where they attack a single time, but it has ridiculous accuracy and damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you're fighting a boss. Which character do you think you want to go first?
Mm. I don't know. I get a decision paralysis.
Alright. Just, you got a 50-50 shot. What's your guess?
A Fury one? I would imagine.
That is correct.
Because you want to do the physical, like you said, like as soon as possible?
No, because a Fury build is usually one of the ones that wants to buff the most. They want to stand in the corner buffing. However, it's a boss. They likely won't have time to just sit in the corner buffing, or if they do, it's because the team is doing their job to let them do that.
Mm-hmm.
However, the high damage, high crit build doesn't have to buff nearly as much to get going. And so they're going to be ready to attack long before the Fury build is. So what you want the Fury build to do is just attack anyway. Not because they're going to do their thing, but because, remember, every single attack that the Fury build does accrues hit stun. So what you're basically doing there is debuffing the boss's stats through hit stun before anything else happens, and your high damage dealer, single hit high damage dealer who has the
Yeah, and
best
then when
shot at
the
doing anything to a
crit guy
boss,
comes in,
can come in and absolutely slam the boss for actual appreciable damage. You haven't done a combo attack, but you might as well have.
yeah,
Know that
because
there is counterplay to that strategy as well, but there's counterplay to everything.
for combo attacks, like actual combo attacks, you need combo maneuver, right? Is that like a thing that you
Yeah.
buy separately, or
No.
is it just a
All
thing that
maneuvers are
anybody can do?
available to all characters at game start.
Ah, okay, okay.
If you buy upgrades, that's different. The base maneuvers and sub-maneuvers are all available. It's the feat upgrades that are not.
Okay. I need to read through all of the maneuvers again to remember which ones we have available.
Well, if it helps, that's chapter 6.
Yeah, I am reading through it right now.
Yeah. But you see what I say when I'm talking about, like, it wasn't a direct combo attack, but you've basically done a teamwork action, effectively. You made sure that your turn was spent in service of teamwork.
And especially in this campaign, we need to exercise teamwork as much as possible. We need to start thinking about how our things can synergize with each other. Oh, my brain
I mean, if it
aches.
helps, you already know that you're going into light weapons, which is the only weapon type that can perform Furies, so that is a build that is available to you if you want.
Oh, I thought Fury was for heavy weapons.
No, that's what the
Oh.
middle one was for, where it's the single big hit. Fury
Oh.
is only available to light weapons.
I need to look that up.
But yeah, so basically, talk with your team, figure out what they're actually going to be doing. Or at least, like, vague path lines that they're going to be going down. And then, just start building out a character. One thing I will say, this is obviously when you get more XP, because a decent amount of your XP is already spoken for.
Mm-hmm.
Get some buff moves. Buy stat buffs. I'm gonna put it this way. You see your base stats. You see how you have a 2 defensively and everything.
Yes.
Stat changes, defensive stat changes go up to +6.
Ooh.
You
But
could
then we
quite
want
literally
something-
quadruple your defensive stats if you manage to get any of them to +6. Note that this is not feasible, but even if you only get it off like 2 times in a fight, think about how big that is.
Mm-hmm. But like, if we're trying to just avoid being hit as much as possible, shouldn't I use that for something more evasive rather than more
There
defense?
is a stat change called evasion.
Okay, so I think that's where I want to put most of my.
Yeah, so you could,
My
for
XP.
instance, make a +1 evasion move for 18 for the guarantee and 12 for the evasion part for 30 XP. That's a standard action for you right now, and once you get to attribute 10, that becomes a quick action. And you just make it so that way you are raising your evasion. Do note, there is again counterplay to this. If an opponent has a move that has bypass accuracy on it, your evasion doesn't even get checked, it just hits. So, if you build all evasion, no integrity, it'll work great until someone has something like that.
But
In which point
so-
you get hit with a seeking attack and you lose your kidneys.
But we don't. but we don't want to be like, just kind of putting that sort of upgrades onto everything as a single character, right? We should have somebody with more evasion, somebody with more integrity, and just
Yes.
have them positioned correctly. Just
And
to,
what you can do is
kind
when
of
you
min-
make one of these moves and you have enough XP cap, what you can do is get target additional ally, and you can spread the buffs around to all allies within whatever the range of that move is.
Oh, that sounds delicious. It's like a
You-
magnify thing.
You generally do not... The best thing to do is to have multiple people with different buffs. So you might buff everybody's evasion. Zizo might buff everybody's integrity.
Okay.
Well, actually, I think Opal's already building for integrity buffs. Or, yeah, I think that's what he went for. But, you know, things like that. Like, you're not necessarily going to be the one buffing yourself with everything.
Yeah,
The
of
best
course, of
way
course.
is spread it out.
Yep.
Teamwork!
Now, this does mean you have to talk with your party about who's grabbing what buffs. And you might decide you want to make sure your character has access to that buff so they get a selfish one where it basically only applies to them. And that'll be fine. A really good example of a buff that you might want your character to have at any given moment is just by +1 speed. A +1 speed stat change. Because, you know, during a scene, you can just stack that up even out of combat, and let's say you need to be in a hurry. You can get your speed going beforehand in order to get someplace faster.
Which this already happened, and we didn't have that, and we needed to resort to weird. And that's why the dragon ended up on fire.
Yep.
Because we
To
didn't have
note,
enough speed.
getting a +1 speed stat change.
Where can I find the +1 speed stat change? I'm only seeing like.
Chapter 7.
Chapters.
But for a +1 speed stat change is 23 XP. Imagine this when you have like 500 XP. 23 XP. That's all it takes,
Wake up,
and you just have
hold
that
the
forever.
line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Also, be back in a second.
DJ_C40 raided my stream with 5 viewers.
Hey, DJ Cat, how are ya? How was your stream? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I hope you had a great stream over there. Would you like a regular shout out or a random clip from your channel brought up? And welcome in, everybody. I am Razim. We're currently doing some Hotel Architect. We do a lot of stuff here, though. A lot of tabletop games, Pathfinder, or not Pathfinder anymore. Pokemon, Digimon, Star Wars, Fallout. We've got a Kobold campaign, which we'll be doing here in a little bit. There's also a wide variety of artists that come and join throughout the week. So hit that follow button, come join us again, and for those already here, please share the love. Normal shout out? Alright. I don't know if I've got any moderators here right now. Oh wait, there's Ido. Pat the good boy. Hex, you better be quick because you got a half hour before game time. And I don't want you on your phone again, please.
I love that there's a telekinesis primeval feature that's just called Yeet.
We've certainly had a lot of fun with some of the names.
Also, for the regular bite attack that I'm giving Oki, would he have the same power and accuracy that my regular claw attack would have? Just a very basic attack.
Sorry, what was that?
The move that I'm creating for Oki, that's gonna be just the bite move, the basic bite move. The accuracy roll and power roll will be the same as Reno's basic attack. Just 5 power roll, 3 accuracy roll.
Not necessarily. He's got his own stats for stuff.
I don't remember how to field these two. I remember there was a formula and we needed to go to a separate part.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Tal, could you explain to me? I was trying to remember, but I forget. For the regular bite for Oki, in the power roll and accuracy roll thingies here, the little brackets, there was a formula that we needed to use to fill those. What was that like?
What you do is you look over here, see in the attack information,
Uh-huh.
you take the power here and the power here, and you add them together.
Ah, okay.
You take the accuracy here, and the accuracy here, and you add them together. Now, don't do that quite yet.
Oh.
Because you still have XP.
Oh, right. Fuck. So I could improve the bite attack.
You can improve the bite attack, or you can improve base skills. So, for instance, if you upgrade his brawl at all, you might end up, you know, with a higher number on those. So you don't want to write those out yet. To note, you have 55 XP available. You could use this for specialties. You could use this for feats. You could use this for base skills. You could use this for additional attacks. Thinking about it, there might actually be a feat that's really good for him.
I have the biggest amount of decision paralysis right now. I'm so overwhelmed by information. Willful.
You have the biggest what right now?
Case of the decision paralysis because there's too many options and I don't know what to do.
I'm looking for one particular feat for you.
It's just, I guess this is the best method for me, just learning by seeing how it's done. But even then, like, I feel like I'm learning so much. But like my head hurts. Male sniff.
I don't remember if there was a feat that did anything with this. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Anything with what exactly?
Smelling or scent.
I was thinking, like, wasn't there one with smell? But I think that might have been
Not
with a
yet.
different...
It's something on the
Yeah.
to-do list.
That's why I was thinking of it. Okay. All right. In that case, another good one to ask for might be, because it's a dog, asking Zim if they could have dim vision.
Ambition.
Which is on page 56.
Seeing dim light as if it were bright. This is generally an ability available to creatures where the species as a whole is typically nocturnal. Oh, okay. So basically just night vision?
Not quite
It's-
night vision.
Dim light. Okay, so it's like for dark but not quite completely pitch dark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
But you have to ask Zim for permission for him to have that.
Master, can I have permission to have that one, please? Por favor.
Okay.
Yippee!
Alright, that'll be 25 XP.
Oh! Okay, maybe not. Wait.
On the...
Do it.
no, on Oki.
Yeah, I know, but like, do I want that? Okay, for now, yeah. For now, I'm gonna follow. And then at a later point, with more calm, I'm gonna browse through them all. And if I have any questions, I will send them to you both. For now, dim vision. See in dim light. And then note. And then Dictionary, blah, blah, blah. There we go. And up to 60 feet. Okay, so that would be over here. Ambition. 25.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. And that one was learned, so there's no discount. What else can I do?
A pretty good place to start would be upgrading skills that you might want for them.
Yeah, no,
So, for instance, survival to make them better at tracking. Maybe ask them if they could have a tracking specialty. You could give them better perception or investigation in order to make them better at finding things. Or you could upgrade their evasion or integrity or brawl or something like that in order to make them better at fighting.
I think I want him to be more of a tracker kind of creature, yeah. Not so much of a fighter.
All right, in that case, a good place to start would be upgrading survival. And then maybe some perception and investigation. Maybe think if you can get a tracking specialty or not.
How doth one go about getting a tracking specialty?
Pay 15 XP and ask Zim for permission to have a tracking specialty on your dog.
Master, can my dog have a tracking specialty?
Yes.
Yay! And how would I put that in the charts here? Would it be under?
Do you want to keep it in the general area, or do you want to have its own area for things? Because I can help you sectionate this if you want.
I thought it would be like within the boxes within the fits tab. Am I wrong there?
Oh yeah, no, you can put it over there. Yeah.
It
So
would
you can
be
scroll down
under
until
survival and then tracking.
And then in the EXP purchases, you can either put it in the same list as everything else, or I could help you section it. That's up to you.
How would I sectionate it to make it be
Let
like?
me use this as an example. This is how I have everything to do with Shade stuff organized. Where I just broke it up more. Just to give an example.
Ability. Okay, specialty XP purchases.
You know, where I have it set up where my specialties are purchased here, my feats are purchased here, my primeval path purchases are there, my ability purchases are up there. You know, all that sort of stuff.
Ooh, but
You can do it that way, you could not.
It's just I'm afraid of separating these tables because I mean these
Yeah, you
charts
gotta reprogram stuff slightly, which is why I'm offering to do it for you because I know how to do it.
I don't think I would want you to go through that effort when I can just put it on the list. But thank you still for the offer.
All right.
He's
just do it.
offering. He does. I don't think he minds.
I know, but I can just do it like this, right?
Like I just need to point out. Look at how many. Look at how many character sheets have had this done to it. Mir doesn't have this done to it. That's because Mir doesn't have stuff. This is on all 4 of the forms that Shade has, which are 4 entirely different builds, by the way. I'm not joking. They are literally polar opposite builds, each in all different directions. For instance, Shade's entire thing is a single massive hit, as evidenced by Heavy Shadow Cleave down here.
Heavy shadow cleave.
Look at the power roll.
Oh my god. And the
By the way,
accuracy
that
too.
little
What
exponent
does it
arrow, I
mean?
use that
Yeah.
for high crit. So that's 22 9s exploding on accuracy.
Wow.
So you know, he is. I hit you super hard once a turn. Sylvester is very annoying because he spams charm and will steal all of everything while absolutely raising his defenses to the extreme with a move that gives physical integrity, ethereal integrity, and soul save 3 each for a full action. So he raises all of his integrities by 3 in a single turn. He also has a different move as a standard action where he gains both protected and insulated.
Oh, but this is once again like that would be you buffing in the corner for a little while.
Yeah, but this guy does not deal direct damage. He steals enemy
It's just
minions and then has them fight for him.
We haven't come across any minions yet. I know that they are different from companions. That's as far as I read.
Okay, when he says minions, he just means in general, like
Anything minion adjacent.
any enemy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I tend to not use it on bosses unless the boss is also doing something dumb like spamming Charmed, because then it's funny. Sebastian over here has a gun that he has tricked the fuck out. And otherwise does over-crit shenanigans by raising his accuracy and crit.
The extra effects of that gun scare me. That's a long list.
They could actually be longer now. He just has a tricked out gun. Sean, meanwhile, has a strike capable stolen knife that is kitted out for high accuracy, high crit, almost no power roll, because he isn't using it by itself. See that accuracy 4 and power 4?
Uh-huh.
It actually contributes to his egregious strike. Granted, those rules are changing, but look at those strike things. This is on the
Numbers are
strike.
so high. It's on just a basic attack.
Yes, that he could do multiple times a turn. And repeat. However, this is not the full strategy. He has a move over here called Frenzy. Apply to Berserk Self. Let's look at what Frenzy does. Or what Berserk does. Berserk must now make multi-attacks, attacking nearest target with strike. He then proceeds to multi-attack that knife strike until the enemy is dead, and then moves on to the next living thing.
But that next living thing could be your teammates, no?
Yes! Which is why he needs to always have a Vigor a Day willpower available should we decide to use Sean's abilities, because he needs to second wind out of it because he is not breaking out of it naturally. Literally, his the save SR on that is an 8. His ability to roll against it is not good. It almost has a higher SR than he gets to roll against it.
So like it's something you use very sparingly, I would imagine.
Yeah, but but he's also a stealth build, so imagine if he stealths into the enemy backline next to their healer and then proceeds to berserk and starts mulching his way towards
Just
our
jumping
frontline.
around them like an ant, just cute.
But you see how these are 4 intrinsically polar opposite builds.
That all belong to like a single character? Is it a
Yeah,
shapeshifting
he
character?
has split personalities.
Oh, that's why.
But so like I'm just using this as a good example to show how many different ways you can approach combat in this.
Mm-hmm.
So like for instance, Sean right here, this is egregious. But this is also all his character does. He does not have a ranged option. His ranged option is hiding from you. I'm literally not even joking.
But then he can hide and change into another one of the personalities, or
He can also just do that straight up. It just takes their turn. Well, and then he also has an upgrade where after the first turn eaten up doing that, they could just do it as an action afterwards.
Ooh.
So instead, what could happen is, it swaps over to Sylvester, who uses Cult of Personality to gain protected and insulated. And then in order to end it off, they form slide back into Shade, who now has a heavy Shadow Cleave ready for him.
So that's
Well,
why you
to
have
be
them like
protected.
this. So it's the whole point is to be swapping between them in a cycle.
They can
of
either
sorts.
solo entire fights or swap between them. The personalities do not get along. So if they're actually swapping between them, it's because they're gonna die otherwise.
Oh, it's like a last resort kind of thing.
Yeah, basically, last resort kind of thing. But that's also because, for instance, if even Shade with the 23 healing power roll move, that he can follow up with a 17 power roll healing move on himself, if even he can't survive through things, yeah, they kind of need to work together really bad.
Mm-hmm. What is the H next to power roll?
That's my personal nomenclature to remind myself that it's healing.
Ah, gotcha, gotcha.
The asterisk I use up here, that's for me to remind myself that it is guaranteed damage.
Ew.
I don't know if I use any on this. Oh, you want to see something egregious as well?
Mm-hmm.
Nova is going to have every evolution down here.
Oh my god.
Look, they
That
all
is
have
obscene.
they all have their own
Woo!
ability list.
I've made it to 5 stars!
Finally,
Nice, let's go.
we are now living the bougie life in the hotel.
Oh yeah, by the way, you're able to do shit like this where you just overlay an image over a box. Look what I did.
Awesome.
On the EXP
Hello.
list, it's just listed as
Hello.
redacted
Why?
because my goals are beyond your understanding.
Terrifying.
Yep. But yeah, so like just to point out things you can do. This right here is Wish. It is one heal, and this is my thing for overtime. So one healing over time, 30 XP, preventative healing. When he uses it on anyone, they just get one preventative healing every single turn. It only took 30 XP for that. And the majority
That
of it
one's
was
so
preventative
cool.
healing. You could make a 12 XP quick action heal over time move, where you just use it as a
small
quick action
regen.
once, and you just slowly regen restorative HP during a fight. Like, it really pays off to pay attention to really cheap effects you can get that'll really help out your character.
That you can just merge into a move.
Yep. What's another good example? Oh yeah, this one.
Yo Wally Cuatro.
Yo Wally Cuatro. Yo Wally Cuatro. His nickname is Yo-Yo because people can't bother to pronounce that all the time.
I mean, it's based off Mesoamerican names by
Yeah.
the sound of it.
Yeah. Here is his little icon. You can see it right there. He is a feathered serpent.
It's like Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
He is an absolute simp for Quetzalcoatl, by the way.
love Quetzalcoatl.
Yep. But yeah, no, he is in fact a feathered serpent.
Very
Awesome.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, hilarious. If you heard need a one-off cameo character for the Star Wars game, I've been in big Star Wars mood.
Fair. This is the character.
Oh, they're lovely.
Oh, I love them.
What a pretty crown.
It's a Kopili. He has a friend that constantly steals his Kopili, so he needs more Kopili. He has spare Kopili. It's in his item list.
My god. And here we are struggling to just get branches and salt in our pockets.
Yep. He just has it. By the way, so this guy does funny things. See how he has a move where it's just bite and it just has damage over time?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like all it is. He is not built to be in melee. Instead, he has telekinesis, object manipulation, short range, and invisible telekinesis. In the first session, someone pulled out a gun, so he used that to rip the gun out of their hands and unload it.
Without even getting close.
Without getting close or it being visible. He used it to unload someone's gun, session 1.
Oh.
So like, think about how you can really, you know, put some of this
Brilliant.
bullshit to use.
Keep
It's
this
great.
up, and you'll soon be running the finest hotel in London.
It's great every single time.
Also,
Ah,
Just
wonderful.
throw shit at them.
Yeah,
Also-
but yeah, this is a good little 6 XP thing for people to buy. One heal power move of your type. You know, if you're in a really bad spot, this can literally save your life. Just spend the 6 XP if you get it.
I need that one. I kind of want that one for my character. I know I have 4 XP now.
Also,
but
your next 6 XP is already spoken for because you need to get your presence up.
I know, but can you screenshot that one and send it to me, please, to keep it in mind, because I am a shadow type and I would like to use that very much, because we have 8 HP, so 3 HP would come in clutch.
Please note that this is restorative and not preventative. So it's not an overshield.
Oh, yay! I got an achievement.
It's if you get hurt.
Yeah.
Also, you don't get 3 HP, you roll 3 dice. At difficulty 6, because it's the same type as you. But yeah, you roll 3 dice, and whatever you get. So if you get 0, you get 0. If you roll out and you get 6, you get 6.
I mean, I am always very hurt all the time, so I think it would just be very good for me.
Please
The
note,
only-
at the end of every single scene, all of your preventative and restorative HP disappears, so you need to reapply that if you got into a fight.
I also want to point out, for the record, that the only reason why he is always hurt is his own doing.
I know it's my own doing. I am not blaming anybody for it. I'm just saying it's in my nature. I need to be ready for it because it is going to happen.
But yeah, basically, what you should do to fill out the rest of the character is, for Oki, you have 20 XP available. You should probably use that getting a skill or 2 up to 2 dots. I would recommend survival and then either perception or investigation.
Because those are the 2 that will help me do like tracking and shit.
Well, survival will help you with the tracking. Perception and investigation will help you find things outside of the tracking part.
I think I'm gonna go for investigation because our characters already have a lot of perception, but I think my character is deficient in investigation. Yeah, he only has 1. Yeah, I'm giving him investigation. So how much would that be per dot again? Because it's the second...
It's 10 per because you're going up to 2, but also don't worry, your sheet auto-calcs it.
Oh, excellent.
Because I made it auto-calc it.
How?
Yeah, all of your skill stuff will auto-calculate.
Oh, and I see it here. 0.
0 available, yeah.
Excellent. That is fucking awesome. I feel so enlightened.
What?
Why
What?
they have zoomies as a move?
What happened?
Okay, so apparently my staff, to get from over here, are to... Okay, to get from here to here. They are, for some reason, going down these stairs and up the elevator.
They are doing the Sims logic. Is there a way for you to tell them to get their shit together?
No.
I think he's saving it to tell you guys to get your shit together in the Kobold game.
Ooh, that's gonna be difficult, but we will try our hardest and darnest.
We'll try not to die because we have combat.
Exactly, I'm so scared. I was a cardboard cutout the last session.
Hex?
I don't know what kind of sick shit I'm gonna get it here for.
Hex, it
we're
is
feeding
way
Reno.
too late to be leaving the house now because we're starting in 6 minutes.
Ah! Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom real quick.
Okay. Feed Reno to alligator.
I need to get a rest in with Hex.
You need to get a what?
I said I need to get a rest in with Hex. So we haven't gotten to spend any of the XP yet.
Oh, you're I have a pet there in the chat that is named Hex, who just wrote Zzz.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
So I'm sitting here like, wait, what? Why are you resting with Hex?
I don't know, he's probably cute.
He is very
Yes.
cute.
How many fucking Scar characters do you have now, Tao?
Well, there's Vayne, who's technically not in use anymore, but I still have his character sheet. There's Hex, there's RGB, those two are shared, because me and the other person playing the other twin will in fact just sometimes swap, it's fine. There's Riv, who has both Riv and Mir inside of it. There's Shade, who at this point has Shade, Sylvester, Sebastian, and Sean, so that's 4 more right there. Nova has, basically a thing for each and every single evolution. Only 2 of them right now are semi-unlocked. They aren't full unlocked, but they do have their own list. So it's 1 character, but there is 3 different loadouts. Nova has a Scar character of his own named Cosmo. There's Yo-Yo that has some stuff. My drive. Yeah, everything else is like temporary stuff, or old versions, or enemies. So, like, if you're generous into the double digits. If you're very generous and count all of the test characters that I've made for combat, that's going to probably be in the triple digits.
Oh boy.
But that's because I make characters as one-offs and then proceed to yeet them at each other for testing on builds. And then go, hey, wait, this is massively overperforming. Hey, wait, what do we do?
Yeah, it's only one way to test stuff like that.
Yep. This is also not counting my non-Scar game characters, by the way. This is just Scar games.
Just Scar, yeah.
Yep. That's I. Other ones.
Do you play what's the other one that's not D&D that Oki likes a lot?
Pathfinder?
Pathfinder. Yeah.
I have not played as a character in Pathfinder in a very long time.
Okay. Like I don't know much about
I will
it.
say,
I just
I will
heard
say
Oki.
one of my favorites is this Rawl 20.
What's it called?
I'm going to a different site real quick.
Oh.
But I have a couple games on Roll20, a couple games on Foundry.
Well, that's where we play D&D. The 2 campaigns I've been a part of on Roll20. It's very useful. What do you mean, EU?
Oh, the devs for it are racist.
Yeah.
Basics.
But we mostly only use it for live maps, basically.
Hello, Seda. Yeah, the
What was he got going
devs
on?
behind Roll20 are very much racist, and I refuse to give any support to them.
Yikes.
I do want to point out, Fantasy Grounds is free now.
It is now, yeah. Yeah, this is the Warhammer Fantasy one. I forgot about this shit. Look at all these dead orcs. Collapsed on fire, avalanched, buried everything here. Orc fighting a seems boss, tents on fire. Look at all the X's. My character killed most of those. Let's go. Then I think if we scroll down, yep, that's someone's ogre character. That's someone's questing knight. Yeah, here's my character who was on 4 HP and living on a dream.
I'm currently playing a gremlin skunk character in a Savage Worlds campaign that my friend's running.
Nice.
Do you spray people?
I haven't done it yet.
But you can.
I can. I made a new thing for it, so yeah.
If anyone knows anything about Warhammer Fantasy, does anyone here know anything about Warhammer Fantasy?
I've only
terms of-
heard.
I know
Warhammer.
some stuff.
The,
In
I
terms
know
of
like
mechanics?
the bare basics.
the mechanics,
Oh, mechanics.
no.
Nope.
Mechanics, okay. Well, lore-wise, this is my warrior priest character, who was an absolute Chad and rolled 7'3" on his height. Was a max character tier character, had a shit ton of fate and resilience built up, and had 11 armor on his body location.
Oh my gosh.
To
Who
note,
was a unit?
that is true damage reduction when it comes to non-armor penetrating, non-magical things. Just actually 11 less damage in a Warhammer setting.
Insane.
Who note?
Blessed Sigmar.
Blessed Sigma! Look at his melee two-handed. This is a D100 roll under system. His base, non-buffed, because he was a warrior priest, so he could buff this, was 90. He could get above 100 in a D100 system base.
Is that a lot? Is that like...
So a
I don't know.
D100 system is roll under. And the more you roll under by, the better. A character's base attribute is usually a 30 average at game start. His weapon skill base was 70. His strength, 60. Toughness, 60. He was chatted the fuck out. No, like, unironically, he was mashing and killing demons by himself. He literally never once went down in a Warhammer Fantasy game where every other character except one, like, every other player had their character die.
Legend says his jaw could cut diamonds.
Yeah, well, he also at one point
Chad.
full Nelson'd a Lich and threw them off of a infinite dimensional portal. After having his his wrist, his one hand cut off, because he yelled at someone else that was also a melee fighter to swing for the neck and don't mind the arm in the way.
Jesus.
To note, I was having to burn a fate point, which is a very rare thing. That is a don't die token in a Warhammer setting. I had to burn a fate point every single turn to avoid instant death from grabbing onto a Lich with my bare hands.
And missing one hand.
Well, he wasn't missing the hand yet.
Oh.
That was what was killing the Lich was for. And chopping the head off temporarily. But that doesn't stick with Liches. But yeah, no, he, boy, did he have stats. I think he even had, where is it?
That's like my Savage World character that I accidentally made too cracked at shooting, and I accidentally killed the first boss we would have with a one
here
shot.
it is.
I blew its fucking brains out.
One
Here
shot
it
to
is.
the head.
You know he's Chad, considering he's a Warhammer Fantasy character who can read and write, has inspiring holy visions, combat aware, ambidextrous, and furious assault.
That's
Those are
insane, even
Chad
outside
talents
of,
right there.
even outside of the Warhammer
Wow.
setting.
But yeah, no, he boy was he built. He was killing demons. At one point, a demon tried to assassinate him, a Solanashi demon, and the wizard that was his best friend and the only surviving other character from the original group comes sprinting in, going, "I sensed a demon. Where's the demon?" And my character just went, "Ah." I punched them. And then the wizard immediately calmed down and went, "Oh, that's taken care of that. Okay, good. I'll see you at dinner. Bye."
He's just that cool.
Amazing.
Well, you know, he also was only like 23.
He was younger than I
He also
am.
counted as size large due to his height. So he was operating on size large category rules. And so literally never went down in a fight because he basically had double the health pool. And had
He was a
11
behemoth.
armor on his body. This was a very Chad character. Oh yeah, I forgot. He literally didn't have any corruption, and he had 0 mutations. He was just pure. Man was basically a main character. To be fair, he wasn't even the strongest character in the game in terms of combat potential, considering there was a max level Shadowmancer in the party.
What's a Shadowmancer?
Here, let me... They use Ulgu, the gray, the Lord of Shadow, the Gray Wind. Here is a couple of the spells, which here's a good one, which is Bewilder. Cast a spell on one character or creature nearby. If successful, the victim becomes bewildered. Their actions randomly ranging from wandering aimlessly to attacking anything in reach, or even curling into a ball on the floor.
So it's like the spooky mage.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a necromancer, but not literally playing with the dead.
Yeah, necromancers are forbidden, by the way. That'll get you killed. However, there is a couple of good ones. One of them is Destroy Illusions. All illusions within 1,200 yards are instantly dispelled. What save? They're gone. Deep Pockets, where they just put an item into a pocket dimension.
I would say that one's very useful. Oh, but that's like super common, isn't it? At least in D&D? No?
This isn't D&D.
Yeah, I know, but is it also common in other settings? Like Warhammer?
Kinda-ish. Where is... There's one that I'm looking for. Here's a couple good ones. Mind Hole. Cause one character nearby to wholly forget the caster exists. All knowledge and memory of their existence is wiped from the target's mind. However, they can still notice the wizard as normal and remember anything so perceived going forward. Isn't that fun?
What is this curse video that you sent me? That is cursed.
Also, there's Occam's Mind Razor. Wizard summons phantasmal weapons for their allies that shred the folds of consciousness and reason. Victims of these Mind Razors believe themselves slain, and so they die. They could just illusion a weapon so hard that you actually die.
Amazing.
But literally, physically, the character dies?
Yeah. No, you just think you've died so hard that you die. There's also Pit of Shades, though. Don't worry. Wizard opens a vortex to the infamous Pit of Shades. Terrified warriors fall screaming through the portal, plummeting into a dimension filled with shadow and the incessant wailing of those who dwell beyond.
But, like, these sound so broken. Like, if you have these, you win every fight, no?
They get worse. Renaald's Mischief. Using a small silver mirror, the wizard switches an ability of one of their allies with that of one of their enemies.
Ooh, now that.
So you could swap someone's ability to, let's say, Blather, with the opponent's ability to use magic. The enemy spellcaster can no longer use magic. There's also Ribald's Retroactive Illusion. A shadow wizard of sufficient guile can stretch their illusions into the past, deceiving the enemy long before the battle began. While in a fight, you can cast a spell that says, nah, I put an illusion on them 5 hours ago.
Nuts. So Warhammer really doesn't play around with the spells.
It does not. There's also Shadow Knives, where you conjure up shadowy knives and projectiles that ignore all non-magic armor. Completely. Shadow Step. By stepping into a shadow, you can teleport to basically anywhere.
That's what I have, but in short distances.
Well, welcome to Warhammer, where everything's bullshit.
Is that
actually,
why you don't play Warhammer Master?
Here's the description of their normal teleport spell. This spell is similar to the Vanish spell, allowing the caster to briefly enter another dimension for a select amount of time. The caster may return to the scene of action or may instead return to a point anywhere within 100 miles of the spot where the spell was cast, assuming the illusionist has been in that place at least once before.
But so, like, by the sounds of these fights, just like they are DBC style fights where every number big and everyone a fuck, and just like
Do note, if
You
you
can
ever
die
fuck up
immediately.
one of these, your head will explode and you will summon multiple greater demons to your location immediately to kill all of your allies.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it
Please
sounds
note, you
insane.
die instantly. So
Wow.
yes, you can in fact break the fabric of reality. Every time you do so, you are risking your head exploding, your soul being damned forever, and your entire army disappearing.
But you can't do it. Worth a try, I would say.
Yep. There is
I
one.
hate to interrupt this, but we do need to get going with the game.
Wow.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna find.
So Tal, I
one.
gotta show you my Savage Worlds character sometime. I accidentally made them way too cracked at shooting. They
Alright.
shot from a moving
Weirdie.
vehicle and
Weirdie.
built on the head.
I gotta...
Got it off here.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us so far on the stream today. That was Hotel Architect. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, tipping to the channel directly, grabbing merch over at zgfgaming.store, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everyone, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye bye.
See y'all.